Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another video. I'm Sean's Mapping, and today we are going to be continuing our Civilization What If Civilization Started Over series that I started 2 days ago now. If you haven't seen the first two videos, go check those out, as this will be spoilers if you haven't seen them. Let's jump right into it. So, in the last video, again, if you haven't seen it, go check it out, as this will spoil everything that well, not everything, but most things. This will spoil most things that happen in the last video. These countries right here all were given capitals, and these four were given major cities off camera. But we are going to watch some more expansion and exploration. So today we will be seeing some more war. But right now, we will be seeing as the Anatolian country kind of explores up this way and eventually meets up with the Greek explorers who are, well, exploring. And well, they continue their exploration kind of like this. And like I said in my first video, if there are known mountains in an area, I will try my best to have those mountains stay unexplored, but at some point I might just forget about them and color it in. So, yeah, but we see the Caspian country right here, the Caspian kingdom, kind of explore the rest of the Caspian Sea, and well, they find out it's just a small lake that they can take. And so that's exactly what they do. They take the entirety of the Caspian Sea for themselves, and they don't share it with nobody. But they also expand themselves, pretty much taking all the explored territory they have around them. And taking some more explored territory up here as well. They find some more water, and as they kind of explore, they realize it's, a lake. I don't remember the name of said lake, but it's a lake. If I'm being honest, we have too many lakes in. Oops. We have too many lakes on this beautiful world of ours. It's hard to remember all of them. The red team just lost their king. So, 5 years after the rebellion in the orange team and the war versus the Greeks. Again, if you haven't seen episode 2 or 1, spoilers. But 5 years after the orange team rebellion, the red king died, causing his son to take over, but his son is much more like his grandfather, very expansionist. And as it is right now, the red team is losing out on a lot of vital trade that comes from these. Well, that comes from primarily Greece and the orange team, and now the Anatolian country and the Caspian Sea country, as these two kind of block the red team and kind of stop the red team from getting that important input that they need. Because, there's why go down here to the red team where prices will most likely be higher when you can just go to these two countries instead. So the red team's not so happy about that. So we might see a war about that later on. Meanwhile, we follow the blue team as they kind of continue their exploration of Africa, primarily just the Horn here. Sorry, I'm a little sick, guys, so you may hear me cough or um, clear my throat a lot of the times. Again, I'm sick. I'll try and move my um, mic away from my face or just cover it with my hand, but I'm sorry. Again, I'm getting a little sick, it appears. But we see that happen. Then we see them take and claim their land. So they take and claim pretty much all of this unexplored territory right here. And after claiming it, they chill. They didn't do anything else. I mean, the red team's right next to them. That's the like first strongest country here on this map in the world right now. So you don't want to do anything against them. And I mean, the orange team just got wrecked in a rebellion and a war. So they explore down this coast, hoping to find more and more available land. But eventually, they explore down the coast and they find the light blue team colony, and they realize that, well, this area is not an island, it's a giant landmass that's connected to the blue team's colony. And they were like, God damn it, we can never find a place of our own. Not that they would get a place of their own. Because, I mean, they would discover a new big island and people would probably just separate from them, or they would have a rebellion. But we see the purple team continue their exploration around the coast. Again, kind of going inland, but not really. And because of their size, they're able to explore but not expand. So they explore to right about here, and at that point, people from the orange team find out, hey, there's more land over here. So they get up and they go. And we have a Carthaginian kind of country forming right here in this area. Or a uh, country. Yeah, Carthaginian, because I mean, it pretty much is just Carthage. But, yep. So a new country gets formed there. and they kind of take all of this land that was explored by the purple team, as again, the purple team is still trying to build up their military and economy, but they were able to send explorers out, and now they're regretting exploring that area. Meanwhile, the orange team kind of spreads their holdings down this area over here and expands down towards the blue team colony like this, pretty much gaining control of this gulf right here for the time being. Up here, we see Greece kind of continue their expansion after their explorers come back, but it stops right there as we see a Ukraine slash Crimean country get formed here, and they kind of take the entirety of this area for themselves. Whoops, did not mean to click that button, but the Crimean slash Ukrainian country cuts off the Anatolian country, forcing them to take all of this land up here. Oh, I'm sorry, folks, for that. Seems like might not want to play nice today. But we continue the video. Nothing stops the video. We kind of see the red team continue to explore down in this area, and after exploring, finding more land, and them pretty much finding more stuff to trade, but it's not reaching the people that would pay top dollar for it, besides, of course, the blue team. But still, the red team decides, you know what? Fuck this dark blue country. Sorry, children, for my French. I do cuss in these videos. I am saying it now. And from this point on, I will put a warner at the start of all of my videos telling you guys that there may be some cussing in the videos. Not a lot, but a little. We see this country get invaded quite fastly by the red team. Already, two of their major cities fall, make that three. And it's a quick collapse because this country was just founded, like I would say, a couple years ago. And now the red team's invading them. And they really don't have that strong of a military to defend themselves. So they sue for peace with the red team. They sue for peace, and they give the red team what the red team wants, and that's access to the orange team. Because, I mean, yeah, they could go by water, but that means you would have to go through this strait, and the blue team control the strait, which means you would have to pay the blue team just to get to the orange team. So they take this whole entire northern part of the country, And then a couple months after their victory over the dark blue team, the red team goes to war again. And they declare war on this country right here. That's the wrong color. And I mean, being the number one superpower, you can do this. You know, it's not that hard. But we see them kind of continue their war, and they take two major cities. They then come over here, take a third one. They continue marching towards the capital. They continue to just take more land. But this country has shown it to be clear that they are not surrendering like the blue team. They continue to fight until eventually their capital falls and their country concedes and surrenders over to the red team. With it being a forceful surrender, the red team can take as much land as they want, and they do exactly that. They pretty much take all of the land over pretty much from right here all the way up, connecting. English is hard, even though it is my first language. Connecting them up to the Caspian Sea country and the Anatolian country, and giving them a bigger border with the Orange team as well. We also see the Orange team go to war. The Orange team goes to war with the Anatolian country to gain more Turkish land to eventually fight against the Greeks again and win. So they begin their incursion and they quickly take several major cities. They take the entire Greek border to ensure that the Greeks cannot get involved in this war. Not that the Greeks wanted to, anyways. But they invade the Anatolian country, who they had pretty good relationship with, that could have evolved into an alliance, but seems like the Orange team's hatred for Greece is just too much. But they take a lot of land, three major cities, and they begin to just spearhead and push towards the capital. It's only a matter of time before the capital outright falls over to Orange Team forces. They gobble up yet another major city, cut off the red team from expansion into this area, and it was at that point the Anatolian country was like, okay, okay, okay. We'll sue for peace. We'll sue for peace. Leave us alone. Let us live at least. So they sue for peace. They get their peace. And the Orange team will get more land. The Orange team will take all of this land right here, pissing the Red team off as they get cut off from the Anatolian country. Who provided quite good resources. that come from up here. Well, the red team's mad at that, but they're like, oh, fuck it. Doesn't matter. Again, excuse my French. But then we see this country kind of just continue expansion out this way, just taking land. It doesn't sit well with their people, but they have to do it because they need to get bigger. Because currently these three cities are overpopulated. Because everybody that lived in these cities over here, if they didn't want to stay in the red team, they could come back over here, and that's exactly what they did. And a lot of people came back over, causing these two major excuse my yawning. I'm very tired. Causing these two major cities and the capital become overpopulated. But that is all for today's episode, guys. I hope you really enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed the video, go down below the video and hit that like button. If you did not enjoy the video, you can go ahead and click that button right next to the like button, which is the dislike. If you did not enjoy the video, you can go ahead and hit that dislike button. If you have anything you would like to tell me, tips, tricks, comments, or concerns, you can go ahead and drop that down below in the comment section. Or if you want to just talk to me, or, just have a country maybe, or have something happen to one of the country, you can go ahead and write that down in the comments. If you want to give the country's lore and, their backstory or history, you can also drop that down in the comments as well. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you beautiful ladies and gentlemen go enjoy the rest of your day or night. And I hope wherever you may live around the world, you're having a fantastic time. I'll see y'all in the next video.